Good morning, Las Vegas, and welcome to another edition of Your Insurance Connection. I'm your host, Donald Marquez. We're getting started a little late today, but we're going to go right into it. I want to thank the listeners for tuning in and turn me up. Turn me up. I have a lot of valuable information on insurance. We talk about insurance on Your Insurance Connection. We keep you connected with insurance. And, I want to thank the customers that came in last week and had insurance reviews. And I'm going to tell you what happened last week. A lot of valuable information. I was helping people out with their life insurance reviews. I had a lady to come in and she showed me her policy. She had a couple of good policies, but she had one that was getting ready to, the 20-year term was getting ready to end. I have some valuable information for her. We contacted her insurance company, and I'm able to convert that policy that's getting ready to term out to something that's better for her. And I don't like to mention names, but I really have a nice policy for her with her current policy. So we're able to take her current insurance policy she's been paying on for the last 19 years. And I contacted the insurance company. When I contact the life insurance company, I know how to speak their language. It is a certain questions you have to ask that I know what to ask. All my 22 years of experience allows me to talk to and communicate with the underwriting team, with the customer service representative. And you have to keep in mind, although you may call a life insurance company, that person may or may not be licensed to answer your questions. What I want to do is I want to talk directly to the underwriter. I want to talk directly to the underwriter because it is important for me to ask the pertinent questions. And for example, so if you have a current life insurance policy, let's say you have a term life insurance policy. Now, those are most of the time are convertible into universal life. So what I do, I get on the phone with your current life insurance company, right? And we talk about conversion. We talk about options within the policy so you won't lose the policy. You've been paying on the policy for a while. You don't want to lose all that money you paid into it. Because to me, that's equity. Although a term insurance policy is a straight death benefit, you don't want to, I done paid on this policy and I've outlived the policy. It's not like you're throwing the money away. It's not like that because you're protected during that time. You're protected during the full term. However, the term insurance could be the last policy you only need to purchase. With the conversion, you don't have to have a physical. It's just based on your current age. That's it. For more information, my name is Donald Marquez. This is Your Insurance Connection. My phone number, call me today. 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624. Again, when the lady came in, she came in with her daughter. Her daughter had 3 life insurance policies. I really like when you come in and ask the questions because you want to know. However, we're going to take her current life insurance policy, roll it over to something that she's going to have for the rest of her life. The payment won't change. And the reason why she came in, because she was concerned about her policy going up after the first 20 years. And it was going to adjust every so many years after that. See, this is a perfect example why you need to have a life insurance, auto insurance, homeowners insurance review. We want to make sure that home is at its current insured value, not what the home is worth, because that value can fluctuate up and down depending on the market. Okay, but to rebuild your house, that doesn't change. The cost of building materials, the cost of labor, okay, that doesn't change. So we have to insure your home on a total loss or even a partial loss to rebuild it. A lot of you out there in the valley have your homes underinsured, believe it or not, because what you're concerned about is I'm trying to save a couple $100 here and there and try to save money. Saving money is good on insurance, but until something happens and all of a sudden, your savings is going to come back to bite you because you're looking for cut rate insurance. I had years ago, this is about 10 years ago, I had a lady come in my office. She had just paid $175,000, and this is when the market was low, $175,000 for a townhouse. She came in my office. She said, I got a quote for $6,000 to insure my townhouse. And she paid cash for the townhouse. She said, I only want to insure it for $6,000. So she's talking about a $175,000 investment and only insuring it for $6,000. I don't do that. And I told her, you know what, lady, maybe you need to go find someone else to do that for you, but I'm not that type of insurance agent. I have a lot of integrity. I've never had one complaint, not one complaint at the Department of Insurance. Division of Insurance, you can call them up, ask about Donald Marquez, not one complaint. My license has always been active for the last 22 years, not one complaint in 22 years. That's saying something. That's saying a whole lot. I love what I do. I love this business. I love the insurance industry because it has so many moving parts. It educates me every single day, and I want to help you better understand it. You're paying for insurance. You might as well know what you're paying for. I mean, if you're paying for insurance every month, and a lot of you, I ask you on your car insurance, what are your coverages? And you tell me over and over again you have full coverage. Look at your policy before you call me. Look at the coverages, because I'm going to ask you exactly what coverages do you have other than your deductible. What is your bodily injury? Do you have uninsured motors? Do you have medical? Do you have rental car? Do you have towing? I want to know. I want to know these coverages, so when I give you a quote, I can match your coverages. Give me a call. More information, 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624. My location is right on the corner of Sahara and Rancho in the U.S. Bank Center. I'm located on the 8th floor, and I do work by appointment. 702-236-2624. I mean, really, though, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me. We'll sit down and talk to you. And if you do book an appointment with me, I'm gonna take that time out, put it on my calendar, and please show up for your appointment. Or if you can't make it, give me a heads up. Give me an advance. That way I can book someone else in. Because last week I had like 4 cancellations, all on Friday. I don't know what happened on Friday. I know what happened. You know what happened, Frank? It was a nice day. And nobody wanted to come in my office that day. They said that day was too. I had 4 cancellations on Friday. I took Friday off. I just said, you know what? I have 4. That was very unusual. But if you do book an appointment, you book an appointment. Make the appointment. You know, and another thing I have to say this. If you take out a life insurance policy, this is really, really important. You take out $100,000 or $25,000 or whatever amount of life insurance, and the first hiccup come in your life, you want to cancel your life insurance policy. That's like going to the bank, you know, and they say, okay, we're going to give you $100,000, and you pay so much toward this $100,000 each month in your savings account, and the first thing you do is deplete your savings account. A life insurance policy is a savings account. And look at it like that. That is money set aside for that rainy day, and it comes for all of us. Now, it's not only for that. You can use it. You could use a life insurance policy, a whole life, a universal life insurance policy to borrow money when a hiccup comes. It's a savings vehicle where you could use that money that's built up in the policy in case of an emergency. In case of an emergency, you have money there available to you. Now, how do you borrow money from a life insurance company? Now, once you've had your policy for a while and you have a universal life or a whole life policy, you can contact a life insurance company and say, I need to borrow $2,000 or $3,000 because you've built it up over time, or whatever you need $1,000. Now, what you could do when you're paying your what we call a target premium, your normal monthly payment, you want to contact the insurance company once you borrow the money and say, I want to pay a little extra each month to pay the loan back. Because when you do borrow money from a life insurance policy, they do charge you 6% interest. Now, let's go to a finance company and borrow $2,000 from a finance company. How much interest do you think they're going to charge you? What, 29%, 30%, 40%? These payday loans of people are ridiculous. With their sometimes 50%. Pawn shop's going to charge you even more than that. So why not take advantage of your life insurance policy, because it is your savings account. You don't want to deplete your savings account because something comes up. You want to buy a car, or you want to buy those red bottom shoes, or you want to go on vacation. The last thing you want to do is deplete your savings account. For more information, my name is Donald Marquez. This is Your Insurance Connection, 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624. Give me a call. Let's sit down and talk about it. I can help you. And you know what? Don't try to figure this out on your own. Going on the internet and put all your personal information on the internet, that's a big risk. Everyone on the internet can see it, your phone number, your social security number, your date of birth, your address. All that information is out there on the web. I'm an insurance broker. I represent multiple insurance companies for auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and also I represent 67 life insurance company. We just brought another company online, and I'm proud to say if you do have a challenge with finding insurance because you have HIV or AIDS, if you're 50 years old and older, we have a policy for you up to $25,000. Let me say that again. If you have HIV or AIDS, you're 50 years, you're up to 50 to 85, and you've been turned down. We helped a gentleman last week. He came in, purchased a policy. He's been turned down by everyone, and we get it. Which I don't understand, because people with HIV and AIDS, they are living a lot longer. However, we do have a policy in place, and we're looking for policies below 50 for HIV and AIDS. People that have that disease. We still working on that one. We're working on that one, and we will find a company. We will find a company. It's just a matter of time. Companies call me all the time. I don't select any life insurance company to represent. They have to be A+ rated. They have to be A+ rated for me, because I have a reputation in this city. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not desperate for insurance companies. They call me all the time. All my insurance companies, life insurance, we're talking about Prudential, Banner Life Insurance Company, Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance Company, AIG, and the list just goes on and on and on. I represent a lot of different companies. When you come in, I'm going to put your information on my computer. It is secured, and then all the companies on a quote will come up, and you can choose what company you want. You can choose your own company, because in my office, I have a screen that I look at, and also you have a screen that you can look at too. Everything is transparent. I take no payments in my office. So you can't come in and make a car insurance payment. You can't come in and make your life insurance payment. You pay the insurance company. And I do not charge for my services. I'm going to say that again. I do not charge for my services. The life insurance companies, the auto insurance companies, they compensate me. 702-236-2624. My name is Donald Marquez. Give me a call. I want to be your insurance agent. 702-236-2624. I can do all the figuring it out. I can figure it all out for you. Whatever you need, tell me. We'll make it fit in your budget. And just think about it. You walk in the office, you walk out of there with a $100,000 life insurance policy. That's just like putting $100,000 in your savings account. Why would you let that go? If I had $100,000 in my savings account, I wouldn't walk in the bank and just deplete it down to zero. Or if they said, we're going to put your $100,000 in your savings account, right? And you only pay less than $100 a month on it, and the first thing come up in my life, I'm going to want to get rid of that. That's just, you just don't do that. Because what you've done is given these insurance companies all of your money, your hard-earned money, and just let it go. Do not let that happen, because the insurance companies are not going to reimburse you for that money you've paid into it. That average policy that lapsed, people, they average about $800 they give to the life insurance companies, and the life insurance companies just put that money right in their pocket. Say thank you, because they don't have to pay that claim. You just give your money away for nothing. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to help you. We're going to help you keep it. Now, if you need to reduce the face amount on that life insurance policy to fit in your budget because you do have a hiccup, we can help you with that too, because there is a form. We can reduce the face amount down for you so you can afford that policy. We know things come up. You lose your job. Now, if you lose your job or you're in between jobs, a lot of these life insurance companies have a addendum in the life insurance contract where you will not lose the policy because it's called paid up insurance. You have to request this. The policy can't pay for itself. If you have cash value in your policy and you don't have paid up insurance, the policy can pay for itself. But you have to talk to the life insurance companies, or just give me a call. I can talk to them. I don't charge for my fees. I help you out. That's why I'm on the radio. 702-236-2624. I want to thank the people at Facebook that check me out on Facebook and post on Facebook. Frank, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm always good. And yourself?
Pretty good.
Okay, what do we have on Facebook today? Frank is, before we get to that, Frank is my media manager. He takes care of all my Facebook posts, the recording here. I want to thank him and Veronica. They're part of the Team Marquez. So Veronica's answering the phone. She's on the phone. She's going to get your name and number. And Frank takes care of all of my media posting and Facebook and videoing. What's going on Facebook today?
All right, we got one person who wants to know, how do you go about insurance for luxury items like cars, boats, personal items?
All the things you own.
Yeah.
All the things, the cars, the boats, the motorcycles.
Yeah.
Well, for luxury items, let's start with the jewelry and the furs. That's one of the first
jewelry
comments.
also.
Jewelry and furs, luxury items. Now, on your homeowner's life insurance, excuse me, I'll talk about life insurance so much. On your homeowner's insurance policy, there is a endorsement we could add on your homeowner's insurance policy. For instance, if you have $10,000 worth of jewelry, more than likely the insurance companies are only going to insure up to $5,000. Up to $5,000. Now, if you have $1,000 deductible, now you really only have $4,000 for jewelry protection. What we do, we add an endorsement on your homeowner's insurance policy to insure your jewelry up to let's say if you have on $20,000 worth of jewelry, we can insure it up to that amount. More than likely, we're going to need an appraisal, right? We're going to need an appraisal. We do have a phone call. Someone just called. They want to talk to me. 702-647-3688. Good morning, caller.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Renee?
I'm good. Good morning.
I have a question about insurance that your work take out on you. I have two sisters. When I asked them about their insurance policy, they said the company they work for took out life insurance for them, but they couldn't tell me much about it.
Well,
But I experienced one time where the insurance company, or not insurance company, but the work took out insurance, but that's for them. That's not for the family. Is that correct or no?
I've seen it. I've seen that too, because you have to understand something. As an employer, you're valuable to them. So if something happens to you, they take an insurance policy out on you to be compensated for the loss of you, because as a key employee, you could be valuable to them. But if they lose you for whatever reason, by way of death, then they get compensated. They get compensated for it, and the family doesn't receive any money. Now, and let me say this for most employers that offer the job life insurance, it's a benefit, number one, and if you're paying for it, you want to ask your human resources for some type of policy or something. Most job insurances will give you 3 times your salary. If a person only makes around $35,000 a year, that's not enough to cover much. That's not enough to cover much. $35,000 a year is not going to cover a whole lot, especially if you have young children. Also, with the job insurance policies, you have to go through HR, have to have a death certificate, and it may take a few months before that benefit is received, if it's received at all. Because a lot of job insurances, it depends on the nature of the loss, whether they pay that death benefit or not. It really does. So it's always, if they give you life insurance on your job, that's fine. But always have a separate policy, because you could retire, you could lose that job, or you can, try something different and just retire from that job, or just quit and do something different. So it's always better to have your own separate policies. Now, your friends, give them some good advice. Tell them to call me. We can set them up with a policy. Again, when you have a life insurance policy at work, not a bad thing. But if you're paying for it, you want to know what you're paying for.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I expected. I think it's more for the company,
well,
not for you.
It could be.
Family.
It could be. It just depends. You have to go to HR, Human Resources, and find out exactly what the benefit pays, who it pays. You have to ask the questions. Just don't, when you get a job, I know everybody's excited. They're filling out, signing paperwork. But read this information, because it's very important. I've had people call me and said they would belong to unions, and they never could even receive a $10,000 benefit.
Right.
Because they didn't pay the union dues, or something happened, or, it's just tied up in litigation. So
Okay.
always have your separate policy. I want to thank you for calling in. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy
Hey,
it.
can I make one more statement or ask one more question, please?
Yes, go ahead.
That question about the insurance came up when we had a family member that passed. And I've heard that before, where I had an uncle who passed, and he kept saying that his insurance was taken care of. His insurance was taken care of. Then I had a friend who, a friend of a friend said that their insurance was taken care of, but they never showed the policy. So I think the subject of life insurance for family members is kind of maybe hands off, or they don't want to talk about it. But I would just like people to be on the lookout when a person tell you that it's taken care of, if they can show you or help them when they're gone, you find out that it really wasn't taken care of, or you have to go search and look for it. So,
Right.
how do you talk to someone when they say, "Oh, it's taken care of, but they never can show you anything?
Okay, so I always, if I don't know if it's the first time listening to my show, but I do comment on that. First of all, if you do have a life insurance policy, you want to let the primary beneficiary or the primary beneficiaries know where the life insurance policy is. Listen, give the primary beneficiary the life insurance policy. If you don't want to, give it to them. It's nothing they can do with it. You're the owner of the policy. You're the owner of the policy. A lot of people tell me, I'm good, I got it taken care of, until I see the policy and find out they're not good. They're not good. Because a lot of people do have good intentions on getting life insurance, and sometimes they just buy the wrong product. Not to say the insurance companies are doing anything wrong. I have to clear that up right away, because you have to understand the product. It may expire, it may go up as you get older, and that's when you really need the coverage. So it's really important to get your insurance. That's why I talk about getting a life insurance review, an insurance review altogether. Thank you so much for calling in. Great questions.
Okay.
You just did my show today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
What is your name?
Renee.
Renee.
I have a few policies through you. You've taken care of me in the past.
All right. Thank you so much,
I
Renee.
appreciate you.
Thank you. And I appreciate you too. Thank you for your business. Have a wonderful day. 702-236-2624. You heard it from Renee. Thank you, Renee. 702-236-2624. Frank, we can squeeze probably one more question in from our Facebook fans out there.
Okay, I got one more on life insurance, and this person wants to know: is there or what type of life insurance policy covers real estate expenses to protect children in a situation in which there could be significant taxes due?
Okay, so that is changing. When you inherit property, when you inherit an inheritance, that's more covering an inheritance tax.
Right.
So with people with a lot of money, what they do, they get a life insurance policy when they're passing down wealth. That's a really good question. So when you're passing down wealth from one generation to the next, there could be some taxes involved. There could be some taxes, especially when you're passing down property, maybe, or if you're passing down some type of business or any investments. There could be taxes involved. So what a person needs to do in order to keep the financial security with the family, this is called passing down wealth, which we should do in our population more and more, take care of the next generation. You take out a life insurance policy to cover those inheritance taxes, because there could be some taxes involved. My name is Donald Marquez. This is Your Insurance Connection. These questions have been really, really good questions today. I hope you better understand what we're talking about here at Your Insurance Connection. Call me at 702-236-2624. Veronica is going to take your name and your phone number. We'll call you right back after the show. 702-236-2624. My time is up. That was quick. My time is up, but we'll be broadcasting this Friday from 9:30 to 10 o'clock, and I hear they're going to let the Don Father out. So stay tuned. We're going to do this again Friday from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. You guys have a wonderful day out there. Thank you for listening. Until Friday, 9:30 to 10 o'clock, you guys just keep it crispy.